goal is this today. Okay, wait. Okay, this is our end goal. This is a dashboard. Okay, so what is a dashboard? Have you made dashboard on Excel? Or you don't know what a dashboard is? Okay, so someone has experience or making dashboard on in Excel. Okay, so what is a dashboard? Basically, a dashboard will summarize your data, okay, visually. Okay, so you can use this to present your data, okay, instead of just opening your Excel and showing your hundreds and thousands of data. Okay, you use tools like Power BI, Tableau, Looker Studio, and I'm not sure what other dashboard softwares are there. You can use those softwares to create a dashboard. Okay, so this is our, like I said, this is what we want to achieve at the end of the class. But I won't be designing one by one. I'll just show you how to change the designs and all that. Okay, I'll show you which chart to use, what it's suitable for, and all that. Okay, because to do one by one, it will take a while. Okay. Okay, so first, when you launch your Power BI, it will look like this. Like I said, you don't need to install anything. Okay. Sis, boleh tutup kamera sis. Tak perlu on kamera. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is Power BI. When you launch, it will look like this. Okay. So we'll start with blank report. Okay. So before you begin, you need some sort of data in your Power BI. Okay. So I have made a data set. I just asked ChatGPT only to give me a simple data set for a simple like Power BI dashboard. Okay. Okay. So how to import data? So my data is in Excel file. Okay. So you click on Excel workbook. There's something called Excel workbook here. You click. Okay. And my data set is called fast food data set. Okay. So now it's loading in Power BI. Okay. Once it loads, okay, you'll see the option table or sheet. Okay. Click table. Okay. And then you click load. Okay, what happens if you don't click load and then you click transform data? Okay, so when I click transform data, okay, transform data is for you to do some pre-processing, okay, before you upload into Power BI. So this data is clean. Okay, there's nothing to do here. Okay, transform data will use something called Power Query. Okay, this is where you will add pula. You'll edit like the format. Okay, you want to change all this to lowercase, uppercase. Okay, you want to remove duplicates also, you will do here. Okay, but I will not be doing it here. Okay, because if you want to betul-betul 100% start from pre-processing data to visualizing data, it will take a while. Okay, so just now click load. Okay, no need to click transform data. So now it is loading into the Power BI. Okay, how do I know it has successfully load into Power BI? On your right, you'll see something called data. Okay, this section. And then just now I selected table 1, right? So when I click, it will show me the columns in my data set. Okay. But now let me show you what is the data set we are dealing with. Okay, our data set is basically a fast food restaurant. Okay, and some data related to children and their favorite fast food, okay, and the rating they give their the fast food and how frequent they order in a month. Okay, so contoh we have Ali here. Okay, Ali is 10. His favorite fast food is pizza from that fast food restaurant, and he rates a 5. Okay, and then he orders pizza 3 times a month. Okay, so that's the gist of it. Okay, you need to understand your data set before you um, start visualizing, because if you don't understand, you won't know how you want to visualize. Okay, so this is what I uploaded into Power BI. So now I'm going to close this. Okay, wait, so far everyone understands what is this data set about and how to import Excel. Okay, okay, thank you. So now I'm going to close Excel. Okay, I'm going to launch my Power BI. Okay, okay, so first, okay, we are going to start with something called a scorecard. Okay, scorecard is this one. Okay, if you don't remember the name of the chart, you can just hover and take a look at it. Okay, it will give you the name of the visualizations. Okay, so I'm going to add a scorecard. Okay, a scorecard is to display a number or to display something. Okay, for this dashboard, I'm going to use scorecard to show the average rating of this restaurant. Okay, okay, so how do you know if you have selected a scorecard? Okay, or like your scorecard is actively selected now. When you click, you'll see this border here like this. Okay, that means you have clicked a scorecard or you have clicked a visualization. Okay, if you don't see anything, that means you don't have any visualization selected. Okay, so I'll show you what you'll see why it's important. Okay, so first I want to add average rating. So you click on this, you drag the rating column into this. Okay, I know I said average, but Power BI will automatically give you the sum first. Okay, and then later you can make changes to show average. Okay, okay, so the scorecard is now showing me a value from the ratings column. Okay, so I say I want average, right? Okay, you go here and click this arrow, and then you click average. Okay, so now it's showing me the average rating the restaurant has received by the children. Okay, by the list of children. Okay, okay, now if you pay attention here, okay, let's say I want to add a pie chart. Okay, what happened to my scorecard? Because my scorecard was actively selected. Okay, when I want to add a pie chart, since the scorecard was actively selected, it replaced my scorecard with a pie chart. So to prevent this from happening, after you are done putting a visualization, okay, changing everything, put it one side and then you click at this blank space here, and then only you add whatever other charts you want. Okay, okay, or you can just click this and then okay, oops, tersilap. Okay, and then you go back here, can. But sometimes it doesn't work like this. Sometimes when you revert, it doesn't go back to its original state, depending on the visualizations. Okay, all right, so this is our first scorecard. Okay, the second scorecard I want to add is to show the how many units of like products were sold in, let's say, this month in June for the restaurant. Okay, so in the data set, the food were pizza, burger, fried chicken, and fries. So I want to see how many units of each total combined were sold in June. Okay, so you can um, use order frequency. Okay, later we will change the labeling and all that. Okay, for now we just drag and set the visualizations we want to use. Okay, so what is this scorecard for is I'm showing in June we sold 69 units. Okay, okay, so far do you understand the scorecard and the columns I used in the scorecard? Okay, thanks. Oops. Okay, wait, let me just adjust this. Okay, all right, next we will do the super easy chart, pie chart. Okay, okay, so let's click a pie chart. Okay, there's a pie chart here. Okay, so pie chart you use to show distribution of something, like what is the percentage of something. Okay, the most easiest example is when you're in school in your classroom. If you're in a co-ed school, if you were in co-ed school, then people will see how many percent of boys and girls make up the class, right? Okay, so here we will use the age for this. We want to see the percentage of age. Okay, how many percent each? How many? No, what's the percentage of each age? Okay, so click on the pie chart. Okay, in the legend, we will take the age column and put it here. Okay, and then for values, we will also take age. Okay, okay, but we won't sum it. Maybe we can count. Okay, because total of age doesn't make sense, right? So we can count the age. So um how many kids are age 10? So there's 6. Okay, how many age no, how many kids are age 11? It's also 6. Okay, how many kids are age 12? 5. And you can see the percentage of the distribution. Okay, okay, and then we will just put this in one side like this. Okay, in a corner like this. Okay, next. Okay, pie chart, is it clear how to click on a pie chart, how to use the data? Okay, thank you. Okay, next, what we will do is we can do a bar chart. Okay, so the first bar chart, if you see here, there's like 6 different bar chart, and each of it has a different name. Okay, one is vertical, one is horizontal, and then these are clustered. Clustered means I'll show you how to use clustered, but I don't want to use clustered in this dashboard. Okay, so what you can do for clustered is you can add favorite food and then the rating, and then you can add age. So this is clustered. Okay, okay, or I can put here. Okay, this is clustered. It's like two bar chart, because in the y-axis we put two values, two numerical values. So it will show a clustered one like this. Okay, but we're not using this today. Okay, we will use a normal column chart. Okay, what is a bar chart for? To show, um, to visualize something. Okay, to show that something is higher or lower. Okay, so like a category. Okay, which category is the highest, which category is the lowest. Okay, so for example, on this dashboard, I will choose food, the fast food. Okay, and then I'll put rating, and then I'll put average rating. Okay, not sum of rating. Okay, so the purpose of this bar chart is to show the average rating for each fast food. Okay, so from here you can tell based on the height only. Okay, not like exact value. Based on the height, pizza is the highest, right? And then fried chicken is the lowest. Okay. Okay, so that is a bar chart. Okay, do you understand this so far? Okay, thanks. Okay, and then this one we put somewhere here in the corner. Okay. Okay, next we will use okay, this one's official like government name in this Power BI is stacked column chart. Okay, next I want to use a stacked bar chart. Okay, what I want to use this for? uh the fast food and the order frequency. Wait, let me see what I use this for. Yeah, okay, fast food and order frequency. Okay, so I want to see which fast food is frequently ordered. Okay. Okay, so now here in the y-axis, I will put order frequency. No, in the x-axis, I'll put order frequency. In the y-axis, I'll put the fast food name. Okay. So now, this bar chart is to show, okay, which food is being ordered frequently in the month of June. Okay. So burger is uh, the one being frequently ordered by children. Okay, this is not like overall. Okay, this is just for children. Okay, and then the second highest is pizza. Okay, if you see here, okay, so what data analysts will do is they will try to study this. Okay, pizza has high rating, but somehow pizza is the second favorite, or like the second highest dish to be frequently ordered. Okay, so this one is up to the data scientists how they want to interpret this information. Okay, or like data analysts. Okay, let me just make it small. Okay. Okay, so do you understand this pie chart? This bar chart, oh my god, I'm going crazy. Okay, this bar chart, do you understand why I use this and what is it for? Okay, thank you. All right, put this in one corner. Okay, you don't want it to catch out. Okay. Okay, next we will include a table. Okay. Okay, usually from what I understand, table is to summarize a few columns. Okay, you put it into the table. But just now you saw the data set, we only had 5 columns, right? If you were to summarize any more than that, you'll only have like 1 column, which would make sense when we include in the table. Okay, so for the sake of the structure of the data set, I will include all 5. Okay, so where to get the table from? Over here. Okay, you see it says table. Okay, you click that. Okay, and then what we are going to do is add the name first because we want to see who ordered what. Okay, name, age, okay, what is their favorite fast food, how much is the rating they give, and then the order frequency. Okay, so this is the table which we will use. Okay, what is this table for is, let's say you want to know who like give the rating, who ordered what, so they can just see in this table. No need to go open your database, see who ordered what. No need. Okay, if I click, let's say if I click Daniel. Okay, okay, when I click Daniel, it shows me Daniel ordered burger. Okay, he gave a rating of average rating of 4.2. Okay, and then he orders burger six six times in a month. Okay, see, 6. Okay, sorry, average rating from Daniel for burger is 4. Okay, and then how old is he? He is 12 years old. Okay, so no need to like, oh my god, who is this, and then I see, open my Excel and see what is the name and then look for everything one by one. Okay, we don't do that. Like, it's not like, oh, wajib kena ada table dalam satu dashboard. It's honestly up to you how you want to present. Okay, kalau tak ada table pun tak apa, it's not a problem, I think. Okay, so now I'm going to susun all these very nicely. Okay, wait. Yes, I'll add slicer. Hold on, let me just arrange this. Usually slicer I put top right, but right now the charts are there, right? So that's why I'm arranging first. Okay, so I have arranged the charts. Okay, now I think your dashboard needs slicer. How many, it's up to you. Okay, but it's good to have slicer because then we can filter what we want to see at a certain time. Okay, so that is the purpose of a slicer. Hold on, slicer is to filter your view. Okay, so a slicer can be found here. This is called a slicer. You see this funnel, which means it's going to filter. Okay, so I want to filter by order rating. Okay, the rating, a rating for food. Okay, so I click and then I drop the rating here. Okay, why is the rating giving me a slider like this? Because it's a number. Okay, but you can change the structure of the slicer. You click the slicer, you go to format, your visual over here, and then click slicer settings. So this slider is called between. Okay, so if you want to make a list, can, but it's a number, right? Since we only have three types of, like, three values for the rating, if you put a list is fine. Okay, but better to just put as number. Okay, okay, because it's a number. Best practice, I guess. Okay, so let me show you the difference. Okay, this is when a number is put into the slicer. Okay, what if you put a text into the slicer, right? Like a category data or something. So I'll put the name. Okay, when I put name, it'll form a checklist like this, or you can change to a drop down list. Okay, this is much cleaner. Okay, or you can put a tile. Tile is like this. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, so this is a slicer. Okay, so the purpose of a slicer, I said, is to filter. So right now our view, what are we looking at? The view is all ratings which is between from 3 to 5, because in the data set itself, the rating, the lowest is 3, ascending. The lowest is 3, the highest is 5. Okay, that's why it's showing 3 to 5. Okay, if we had 1 or 2, then it will start from 1 and then to 5. Okay, okay, so now let's say how you're going to use this slicer, right? Let's say you only want to see ratings which are between 4 and 5. So you adjust to 4 and 5, and all of this will change. Okay, let me show you again. Okay, just pay attention to the number and like to all of the charts. Okay, I'll change to 4 to 5. Okay, so you see how everything changed, because now your view is data related to ratings between 4 and 5. Okay, so let's say you want to look at 3 and 4 only. Now it's 3 and 4. Okay, that's why a dashboard, the characteristics is called interactive. A dashboard is interactive because when you click one like point or whatever, everything else will change. That's why it's called interactive. Okay, okay, so do you understand the purpose of a slicer and why a dashboard is called interactive? Okay, thank you. Okay, okay, now another thing we need to add is a title for the dashboard. Okay, you need to add title, because people need to know what it's about. If I show you like this, if I didn't explain to you the data set, do you think you'll understand what this dashboard is about? I don't think so, right? Okay, so how to add title? Okay, you can click this text box. Okay, okay, and then we will add a title. Wait, I forgot what title I put. Oh, okay, so I'm going to reuse this title for this. Okay, wait. Okay, you can put any name you want as long as it is conveying the content of your dashboard. Okay, so this is my dashboard title. Okay, super simple, easy to understand what I'm trying to present in the dashboard. Okay, so this is a dashboard. Literally, this is it. If you don't want to change any color, it's fine. This is literally what a dashboard is. Okay, but let's take like 10 minutes break. Or you want 15 minutes break before I get into the design? Or you don't want break and then I just do design and then we finish class? Please let me know. Rest 10 minutes. Okay, so let's meet back at 3:55. Okay. I leave this on so you can see what is going on here. Okay. Okay, hello. Should we sambung? Okay. So now I'll show you how to design. Okay. Okay. So first, let's start with the scorecard. So in Power BI, how to say, if you want to edit a few things at once, you can, okay, but it has to be the same visualization. Okay, so what I meant by that is, if you see here, these two are same, right? Because both are scorecards. Okay, so I can select both at the same time and apply any changes to it at the same time. Okay, so you click one and then you hold shift, okay, and then you click the other one. So now you have both selected. Okay, and then go to format your visual. Okay, here we can edit this bold value and also this text. So this bold value is called callout value. Okay, you can set it to any color you like. Okay, so maybe you have a theme for your dashboard. If let's say, if it's like tea life, then maybe you want to make a purple dashboard, purple white black, like that. Okay, so this one, let's make it orange theme, like that. So these numbers, I'm going to use this dark brownish color. Okay, if you want, you can, if you think this is not bold enough, you can make it bold, like this. It becomes super bold. Okay, and then if you go to category label is the text for this thing below here. Okay, okay, right now it's in a gray color, so you can choose which color you want to put. Okay, and the text size also you can edit. Okay, all right, now let's change our title color. Okay, you select, since this is a text box, you no need to go here, just edit here je. Okay, now what color you want? I'm gonna set to a orange color, like this. Okay, okay, and then let's go to table. Okay, table, it doesn't really have that much editing to do actually. Okay, or like that much color changes. So click on your table, go to format your visual. Okay, format your visual. Okay, okay, if you see here, there's something called style preset. So here you get to choose your table style. Okay, now I'll show you which styles are available, but let me make this bigger. Okay, okay, let's take a look at the table styles. Hold on. Okay, first, this is default. Second, minimal. Third, bold header. Fourth, alternating rows. Fifth, contrast. These are not nice. I honestly, personally, I dislike this. Okay, okay, the next one is flashy rows. Unfortunately, you can't change the color of the flashy rows. Oh, this is like Okay, no, this is advanced. You can't see that. That's a confusing thing. Okay, next, bold header flashy rows. Okay, if your theme is blue, then okay lah, right? No need to change much. But now we chose orange. We can't put blue. It's like not nice. Okay, next is sparse. Okay, and then we have condense. Okay, so up to you which one you want to use. And this is none, no formatting or whatsoever. Okay, so personally I like sparse. I don't know why, it just looks clean. Okay, so I'll be using this table. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out. Okay, I'm going to delete this table and put this table. Okay, now if you see something, the text is quite small, isn't it, in the table? Okay, we can make it big. Let's go to format. Okay, and then there's something called values here. Okay, values means the values in your row, okay, not your header. This, okay, so I want to make it 15, size 15. Okay, you want to change text color, can. You want to change background color, also can. Okay, so let's try to change to like orange. Ha, nice. What, nice, right? I think so. Okay. Okay, and then header. So now your values, which are your content in the rows, they are size 15. So you want to make the header also size 15. Okay, go to column headers and then make it to 15 like this. Okay, now it is 15. Okay, and then you can change your background color. Okay. Okay, so you might be wondering, what is this? This is showing subtotal. Okay, yang ni tak perlu pun. You want also, you want to see this, but no need because we have this. So you can remove this actually. So how to remove? Okay, you see this? I'm still at the format visual, okay? Go to totals and then you off. So when you off, you can't see your subtotal anymore. Okay? Okay, so far do you understand how to make color changes to the scorecard, the title and the table? Okay, nice. Okay, next we will make color changes to these charts. Oh wait, I forgot to show you to add border. Okay, let's click this. Okay, we want to add border because without this it doesn't have like a proper sectioning like that. Okay, so select. Okay, border. Again, go to format your visual, go to general, and then you go to effects. Okay, and then, or if you want, you can change the background color of this if you want. Okay, if you don't want, you can just leave it as white. Okay, no problem. Okay, you see, up to you. Sometimes too much color also, it's like not nice to the eye. Okay, but I'll put this color. Okay, okay, visual border, this is what we want. Okay, all right, some people like to use black, some like to use light gray, so it doesn't really look harsh. Okay, let me show you what will happen when you show black. I mean, not what will happen, more like the difference lah. Okay, So now this is in black color. Okay, so I'll change the color for you now. Okay, now I'll put in, change it to this gray color. Okay, like this. Which one did you prefer? Black, black, or gray? Black. Okay, see, it depends on people's preference. Okay, we cannot like set a rule to say that no, no, I only want this gray color. Okay, we cannot do that. Okay, so okay, for you I'll make it black. Okay, okay, it's black now. Okay, now oh, I haven't done the pie chart. Okay, sorry. Okay, so we'll do the pie chart now. Okay, pie chart also the same. Click visual, format your visual. Okay, so you want to change this color, right? These are called slices. So you go to slices. Right now, this color, these colors are like default. So you want to be specific, you can. So for 10 years old, I'm going to put this color. Then for 11, I will put this this color. Okay, and then 12 can be as it is. Okay, I used from the same family, orange family, but I made sure to use some light colors and then some dark colors, so you can still differentiate the slices. Okay, all right, now let's change the title of this. Okay, you can change the title. You go to general and then go to title, or just type age distribution. Up to you, whatever title you want to give. Okay, so we have changed our title. How do we change? We went to format your visual and go to general. Okay, okay, now instead of using black, right, let's change it to the dark brown. It's it's just as dark as black. Okay, but it looks better than black with this theme that we have chosen. Okay, so I changed it to brown and I made it bold. Okay, you can also add a background color to this. So if you click here uh, and pick a color, it'll form this background like this. Okay, up to you if you want to use that or not, but I don't want to use that, so I'm going to leave it like that. But what I will enable is the borders and the effects. You can also set background color for your charts, by the way. Up to you, any color you like. Okay, but I'm going to leave it as white. Okay, so visual border, we'll set it as black. You can also set the thickness of the border. So if I go to like put 6, it will look like this. Okay, up to you. Okay, as long as you can make a nice dashboard and present well. Okay, those two things. Okay, so now you see these numbers, these are called data labels or detail labels. Okay, these are important, this is an important information. So if it's important, we should bold it. Okay, so how to bold? Click the again format your visual and then go to here detail labels. Okay, you can show the like you can choose what you want to show in the detail labels. Right now it's showing data value and percentage of total. So data value means it's saying that there are 6 children who are aged 10. Okay, and then it's showing the percentage. So if I just show percentage of total, can. Okay, but this is better because when people look at a chart, they need to understand quickly what they're looking at. Like, no need to give extra steps just to look at the exact number. Okay. Okay, now we will bold this. So go to values. Okay, and then you press bold. Okay. So this detail value, a detail label or data label is in gray. We don't want that, so we'll change it to the brown color. Okay, and you can make this bigger if you want. So I'm going to make it 12. Okay, so which pie chart did you prefer, this or before we edited? Better now. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, now since all the text here are brown, right? Why not we change this also? Right now this is gray and it's not even related to the theme. So again, go to your format, go to legend, go to text. Okay, I'll make it brown. But don't bold because it's just a legend. Okay, you can off and on your legend also, no problem. Okay, but I'll leave it there. Okay, now remember when I said if the visualization is the same type, we can edit together. So the question is, can we edit this and this together? This chart and this bar chart, can we edit together? Cannot, yeah, because it's two different species. Because this one's name is stack bar chart and this one's name is stack column chart. Okay, that's why we cannot edit. This one is called card and this one is also called card, so we can edit together. Okay. Okay, now let's start with this chart. Okay. Okay, so you click this. Okay, bar chart will usually have a lot to edit. Okay, so please bear with me. Okay, let's click this. Go to format your visual. Yes, same chart means can edit together. Unless you want each chart to look different, then you have to edit separately. But if you want to like make a few things uniform, you can edit the same species of chart together. Okay. Okay, now click on your bar chart. Okay, go to format your um, visual. Okay. Okay, let's change all of these to brown. Okay. Uh, where is the Okay, this is why I say 2 hours is not enough because you need to edit one by one. If you do good work, you will, I don't know, you'll be meticulous or whatever, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, now let's change the bar color. Click on bars. Okay. Right now, all is set to a blue color. Okay, so let's change all to like orange peachy color like that. Okay, if you want to change one by one, you can. Okay, so I'll click burger and then I'll make it this color, and then pizza I'll make this color, fried chicken this color, and then fries I'll make, what color is this color. Okay, so now it looks like I'm showing skin tone range or something like that. Okay, so this is how you can edit one by one. Okay, so remember the detail labels or data labels I was talking about? Yep, we'll change in a while. So let's enable data labels first. Okay, so data labels is important because when people see and there's data labels enable, they can tell what is the exact value. Okay, like quickly, right? Okay, now I'm going to make this bold. Okay, and then I'll make it big. Okay, okay, the chart titles are automatically generated, meaning it'll combine your y and x axis or x and y axis and form a title. So that's why sometimes you have to change. Okay, so now let's change the chart title. Okay, suggest me a good chart title for this. Let me know in the chat. Okay, any chart title? Frequently ordered fast food also can. Okay. Okay. Is this a better title? I'm going to change this to a dark brown. Okay. Okay, do you all like this title better? Okay, nice. Okay, now let's put a border. So you know, right, where to go to the border to set the border. Okay, so now this has a border. Okay, all right. So the same way you can edit this to this. Okay. Okay, I'll just show you how to edit the slicer, and then I'll just show you the complete product which I made earlier. Okay, so the slicer sama je, just tekan, lepas tu pergi format. Okay, okay, you can go to, you want to make it colored, can, so go to general, go to effects, change the background color, whichever color you want. Okay, and then uh so I need to change the header color, right? Okay, anything lah, put any color you want. I'm just showing you the possibilities of editing each part of a visualization. Okay. Okay, then I'll make it white. Okay. So I'm just going to make it tile. I know just now I said a slider is better, but just to have something different here. Okay. Wait. Right. Okay, now I'll enable the border. It's the border. Okay. 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 So let me just go to the other one. Okay, so this is what I made, like, to practice the data set. Okay. So if you want to practice, right, on chat gpt, wait, if you want to practice Power BI, you can use chat gpt, or just Google simple clean data set. Yeah, or Kaggle. Yeah, exactly. You can go Kaggle, you can go UC, is it UCLI? Yeah. And then I think Power BI also has some data set available. Uh, okay, wait. I don't think so. Okay, tak tahu. Okay, so if you want to go Kaggle, or you see, um, you know what, I'll Google for you now. Okay, so the first website is called Kaggle. So maybe the first time, if you want to practice, you might get confused lah. Okay, here there's data sets. Okay, you need to know what you're doing here. Okay, this one, if you're familiar with a data set, then you can go here. But if you're still beginner, just Google. Okay, just Google. Okay, and see where it takes you. Okay, or just use chat gpt to ask. Okay, you have many resources, many ways of getting your information. Okay, and then you take your time to explore what each and every setting and option on Power BI does. Okay. Okay, so this is the dashboard. So okay, here's the thing. When you want to add new like input new data in the data set, okay, and you worry that it tak masuk dalam ni, actually it will masuk. Okay, so I am going to, we'll masukkan here. Okay, because I moved the file, so now the file is not detecting in my old one. Okay, so we'll do here. Okay, so let me copy this table so that we can see clearly that it actually works. Okay, all right. So sorry. Okay, who wants your name to be input in this data set? I will type your name here, and then your name will go in the Power BI. Okay, I asked because yesterday a few people, I put a few people names in the thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some random name. So we'll call random person. Okay, this person is called random person. Okay, this person is 12 years old and likes burger. Okay, the rating is, let's say, 3. Order frequency, let's put at 2. Okay. Okay, so our new person is called random person. Okay, So now save this Excel, okay, and then go to this one which I just did in this class, okay, and then click refresh. Anytime you make a change, when you make changes in your Excel or your database, you click refresh. After you click, whatever new entries you have, it will appear here. Okay, because I used a table, I can see the entries. Okay, if you don't use a table, maybe the new entry being added won't be clear. Okay, so since I refreshed, do you see random person? Just now I added random person, right? So the new entry is included in the dashboard. So you don't need to worry about not updating or anything. Just make sure the file upper location or directory is always the same, then you won't have an issue. Because now if you move your file, okay, if I refresh this, okay, you see, because I moved my file, so now it can't detect the file's location, so it cannot refresh and add in the new entries which I've added in the Excel. Okay. Okay, so any questions? Okay, so if no question, um again, check out, can I edit the data in the original Excel file? Yes, yes, you can. You edit the data in the original Excel file, and then you go to Power BI, and then you refresh. Okay, you see this, huh? Log matching, I'll show you again. Okay, you see this? No, no need. If you enter a clean data, no need to edit in Power Query. Okay, log matching, I'm going to type your name in here. Okay. Okay, see, I'm going to type. Okay. So let's say you are 12 or so, and then okay, and then okay. So I have entered a new data in my Excel. I'm going to save. Oops, wait. Okay, I'm going to save this. Okay. Now I'm going to open the orange one that we did. Okay. So click this refresh button here. Okay, since I added new data, and then I clicked refresh. So you see, log matching, your name is here. Okay, so all you have to do is refresh. Okay. All right. So if no question, if you want to learn, if you have the pivot graph in Excel, do I have to edit in Power BI dashboard? I don't know about that because I've not used that. I'm not sure about that. Okay, I think you need to Google that because I don't want to spread misinformation also. Okay, so if you haven't put your name in the attendance, please go to the Google Sheet. Certificate will only be given to people who enroll in Microsoft Power BI Basic Course Slot 2. It is too late to enroll now because we are at maximum capacity. It's full. Okay. All right. If you want to learn more about Power BI or any other like Microsoft like Office, Excel, PowerPoint, or you want to learn about Canva, or you want to learn STEM subjects like programming, you or your children or your siblings or what, anyone can join. Okay, if you're interested, please contact this number on the poster. Okay, screenshot this if you want, or you can just go to the NTW website and download the picture from there. If you're in the WhatsApp group, you can also ask in the WhatsApp group if you want to like join classes under Belia Mahir. Okay, so I hope you learned something today. I tried my best to explain because I'm also a beginner. So I also did dashboard for my final year project, so that's why I'm just explaining what I know. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you everyone. You can leave. We finished early as planned. Yeah, someone raised hand. Oh, tak jadi ke? Yeah, Nabila Husna. Nabila Husna, why you raise hands?